back a sob. He said Oliver asked them not to have me arrested, just to fire me instead, as if he was doing me a favor. She shook her head. Even if I could get them to believe me, I don't want to work for a company that doesn't take their female employees seriously. Her father wrapped his arm around her. I know it may be hard to believe it now, but you will be okay, sweetheart. Jo sniffed and wiped her eyes. Thanks, Dad. She could always count on her parents' support. Her dad was her biggest champion. There was never any doubt that if she told him about her dream, he would help her. She'd had the dream 2 weeks ago, the day Oliver shattered her world. It was of an elderly woman standing next to an old trunk in her parents' attic. The woman opened the trunk and pressed her hand to the inside of the lid. Your future is here, she said. Jo had the dream again last night. It was so vivid and seemed so real, she got up and drove straight over to her parents' house. Now, let's see if we can find this trunk. I know it's back here somewhere. It was a late summer Saturday morning, and the sun cast a golden shadow through the small attic window while they worked. Together, Jo and her father shifted the boxes out of the corner until a large trunk appeared. They pushed the piece into the middle of the room. She swiped away the dust on top. The wood glowed a warm golden brown, with dips and grooves that marked handiwork done without benefit of modern tools. The wood was arranged in a chevron pattern on the top. Clearly, whoever made it put a great deal of care into the project. Are you sure about this? Her father asked. Jo took a deep breath, nodded, and pressed the latch. The creaking hinges released a faint, musky smell, and inside there was an old quilt that looked so fragile she expected it would fall apart if she picked it up. Underneath were pictures, cards, and letters scattered among other small items. She pressed her hand against the faded floral paper on the inside of the lid, the same way the woman in her dream had. There was a tearing sound when a piece of wood popped out behind the paper that covered it. Well, I'll be damned, her father whispered as Jo pulled a long, thin tin box from its hiding place. She opened the lid and pulled out an envelope and another piece of paper. Her hand shook as she read the writing on the front. In a bold script it was addressed to an Ada Mae Colton, with A.M. Colton listed for the return addressee. Her father knelt next to her. As she pulled 2 pieces of paper out of the envelope, she opened the first one and read, September 7th, 1860. Ada Mae, I will refrain from calling you my dearest, as I know how those endearments upset you. Halcyon is no longer a home now that you are gone. I can't bear to be in the house with Julia. I have sent her to the house in Jackson and do not plan on ever letting her set foot in Halcyon again. Now I wander this house alone. Thoughts of you and our son haunt my dreams at night. It is the sharpest knife wound to my heart to hear that you have married, but I know it is for the best. I know he is a good man, as you would not settle for anything less, and that assures me he will be a good father to our son. War is coming, and I will have to fight. You should be safe where you are. I do not believe Illinois will join the Confederacy, but guard your freedom papers closely. Enclosed are enough funds for you and your family to flee as far north as Canada if need be. I have made arrangements with my solicitor that when the time comes for me to depart this earth, Halcyon will pass to you and our son. You will forever be in my heart. Absalom. She opened the second piece of paper and drew a sharp breath. Certificate of Freedom, March 1st, 1859. I, Colonel Absalom Madden Colton, do hereby make it known to all that the female slave known as Ada Mae, aged to be known as about 20 years, and her son known